I felt weak, my back was still hurting me, my stomach was still hurting me, and I started to feel very, very weak. I was going up the stairs and I felt like my legs were really weak that I couldn't go upstairs.
Dream it, plan it, make it happen. Stop thinking about your pain. Get up and work so you can live it.
Hi my amazing family, welcome back to my channel. It's been about 3 weeks since I don't post any video on the channel, and I have to start by saying I'm really sorry about that. You know, I know that we are on a 6-month growth challenge. A lot of you are doing the challenge with me, and just like that I stopped posting. But let me say that I didn't post that because I was lazy or anything like that. I stopped posting because I was not well. I was going through a lot, so I really couldn't post. You know, when you don't have health, you don't have anything. As I'm recording this right now, I am not like really sick anymore, but you can hear my voice. I still have stuffed nose. I can say this is not my real voice. You hear that, right? If you are really following me, you can hear that my voice is still not totally back to normal. So I was going through a lot. To make a long story short, I was sick, I can say, for 2 weeks. Yes, like 2 weeks. Usually I am a very strong, a very healthy person. I don't get sick. I have to say that I never get sick. I always tell people I feel sick only when I'm pregnant. When I'm pregnant, oh yeah, I am suffering because, you know, in the beginning, pregnancy is never easy for me. So that's the only time I really get sick, I can say. But this time, it started with back and lower abdomen pain. My back was hurting me so bad. I was commenting that to my husband. I don't know why my back is hurting me. My stomach is hurting me. I feel pain in my stomach. It was not easy for a few days. And then after that, I had my period, I can say, and my period was really heavy. And I was like, why is my period so heavy with blood clot and, you know, something that is not so usual to me? So, you know, I didn't think about anything because it was not that bad that I had to change myself very often. So I was really following my body. And then my period just stopped, and I can say after 2 days I had a fever. It all started on a Tuesday afternoon. I didn't have the fever during the day on Tuesday. I felt weak, my back was still hurting me, my stomach was still hurting me, and I started to feel very weak. I was going up the stairs and I felt like my legs were really weak that I couldn't go upstairs. And that specific day on Tuesday at night, I had a fever. When I'm telling you that I had a fever, it was a really bad one. Like my body was hot and I was shaking. I felt terrible. I can say that this is the first time I felt so sick in my life, because for real, I was really sick. And I told my husband, I need some natural medicine. I grew up like that, drinking teas and natural medicine. In my house, I always have some leaves, like dry leaves that you can drink if you have fever, if you have infection or whatever it is. I told my husband, please make a tea for me. He didn't know how to prepare the tea, so I had to call him. We're living in the same place. I couldn't even go downstairs like to do it. I told him, please make something for me. And I explained to him which leaves to take, and he did it. Since day one, I started to make teas and different things to drink to help me with the fever. Because, you know, when you have a fever, really what you have, it's an infection. So I was drinking medicines for infection, so I started to drink it. I drank it multiple times a day, I can say, and it helped a little. As I explained to you, I started with fever on Tuesday night. I can say Friday I didn't have a fever anymore, but I started to have sore throat. When I'm telling you that my throat was hurting me so bad, my throat and my ears, I was like, why? In the beginning, I didn't have that. But my throat was hurting me. I still had the back pain. I still have the stomach ache. But the only thing, I didn't have the fever anymore. So the sore throat was terrible. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't eat anything. It was painful even when I'm drinking water, and I couldn't eat if I can't drink water. You can imagine, I couldn't eat. If water was painful for me to drink, can you imagine food? So I didn't feel like eating anything. I was not throwing up, but my stomach wasn't well. And when I tried to drink something, I felt like throwing up. I didn't throw up, but I felt like that. So food wasn't the best thing for me. And I didn't even realize that I lost my sense of taste. So I couldn't taste anything. When I'm telling you I couldn't taste anything, I couldn't smell anything. Like my throat was sore and my nose, it was something terrible. And plus, I was very, very weak and my head started to hurt me. I didn't know what was going on to my body, but I'm telling you, family, I was not well at all. And I didn't even realize that I couldn't taste anything until I decided to make something to drink. Like when I realized that I couldn't eat normal food, I was like, maybe if I make something light, like a soup, I may be able to drink it. So I tried to make something with vegetables, something liquid like a soup. We call it bouillon. So when I was making it, I'm telling you, I was putting salt, putting whatever I was putting there, and I couldn't taste anything. And I'm like, I put so much in there, it's impossible for that not to have salt. So my husband was in a session, a recording session. I had to call my husband. I told him, please come and taste that for me, because I'm not tasting anything. It's impossible for me to put all that and the food had no taste. And he came, he said, what? It has salt and it tastes normal. You even put a little bit too much salt in there. Like, you're not tasting anything. I was like, no, I'm not tasting anything. So I lost my sense of taste and my sense of smell. Like, totally lost it. Like, people can be here and say that they smell that. I don't. I was cooking, I couldn't smell anything. I'm telling you, this is hard. I heard that people with COVID had that, like loss of taste and smell. I experienced that because I didn't smell nothing. Sometimes you have a cold, but you still smell a little bit. But I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't taste anything. I was weak. I was really sick. You know, I made the story very, very short for you, but for real, I was really weak. So the past 3 weeks was very, very hard for me. You know, when you don't have health, you don't have anything. A lot of people believe in money, they need money, they always talking about work and money. But I'm telling you, first is God, second is health, family, and money. Because if you don't have health, you don't have anything. If you see that you can think about work, please take a few minutes and thank God for health, because health is everything. If you don't have health, you don't have nothing, for real. I wanted to record few natural hair videos, I couldn't. I wanted to do voiceover because I had some clips ready, you know, to just edit and do the voiceover. I couldn't. First of all, my throat was hurting me And second, even if I would say that I'm gonna just do the voiceover like that with my sore throat, I didn't have the strength for that. I was suffering. I was weak. Doing voiceover was the last thing I was really thinking about. I have to say thank you to all of you who was waiting for me. I received a few messages on IG, people asking me how are you doing. Some people were praying for me. You know, I appreciate you a lot for all your support, and thank you for waiting. I'm gonna bring you the content very, very soon. Now that I'm starting again, I'm not gonna stop. You know, thank you so much for your prayers, and continue to pray for me and ask God to give me help. As you can hear, I still have my voice is still not totally back to normal. I still have the stuffed nose, and when I'm laughing I cough. I can't. Yeah, so I'm not totally back to normal, but thank God I am much better. Right now, at least I can think, I can stand up to do some stuff in my house. So I really thank God for that. And continue to pray for me and wait for the great content, because they are coming. I have a lot of lost content because, you know, I recorded few videos before I got sick and I couldn't even do the voiceover. So now these clips are outdated. I can't even post them anymore. Now I have to, let's say, be back on track. Now what I'm planning to do, I'm planning to record something and show you what I was doing before I got sick, because honestly, when I was sick, I was not really doing anything to my hair. Right now I have a cornrow, because remember I had twists. So before I got sick, I did some cornrows. So I have cornrows and my hair is a mess because it's been almost 4 weeks since I did that, and my hair is a mess. Okay, it's a whole mess. So I am going to just record a video and show you what I did before I got sick. And also I will try to go back on track with new content, because a lot of the things that I recorded, as I said, are outdated. I even make a video with my son because I was planning on doing the challenge with him too. So maybe I will post that, but as I said, wait for the content. I'm gonna try to go back on track. Okay, so again, thank you so much to everyone who was waiting for me. Thank you to everyone who was praying for me, because I know a lot of you were praying for me. Some people, I'm telling you, went to my inbox on IG with some words, like beautiful prayer words, to ask Jesus to give me victory. And I really appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. When I'm calling you my amazing family, you really are. Some people, they are just watching, but for real, some people are really my family. They are checking on me, they are praying for me. You are really my amazing family, and I really appreciate you so much for all your support, for all your prayers. I can't thank you enough. I hope that I said everything that I was supposed to say. You know, I didn't go to all the details to tell you everything that was really going on, but you have an idea on how I was feeling the past few weeks. And wait for the content. I will bring you the videos really soon. As I always say, you know that I love you so much, because there's a lot of people out there that you can sit down and watch, but you decided to give me a few minutes of your precious time. It really means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.